sky, made a lot of it. And here we are, come this far, in spite of it. We got the two like minds, soon we find lose one, and we can find it. There is love at the center of each moment with you, and the world moves in circles all around this cocoon. There is music and laughter and the search for our souls and a beautiful purpose in the way that we give me butterflies like the sunrise, and you're looking good in your Levi's. Can handle it. And you got my hand if you crash land into quicksand. I'll pull you out of it. Out of it. And if you go, you wanna know if you go alone. No, 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 no. Baby, when you're far from me, I feel you laughing inside of me. It's a funny thing. There is love at the center of each moment with you, and the world moves in circles all around this cocoon. There is music and laughter and the search for our souls and a beautiful purpose in the way that we
This is Ginger Doss.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Fayetteville. My name is Benjamin Hilliard, and I am in the Web of Life, the Finance Committee, the Welcoming Congregations Committee, and the Justice Team. Unitarian Universalism is a religious tradition that values freedom in religious thought and journey. We uphold the unity of our interconnections, connections to each other, to all of life, and to the precious universe of which we are all a part. We affirm the universality of love and hope as we journey together in community, and we welcome you, whoever you are and wherever you are in this moment in your spiritual journey. For those of you joining us online, welcome. If you are new, please check out our website, uufayetteville.org, for more information. For those of you visiting us for the first time in person, you'll find a visitor information card in the seat back in front of you. We'd love for you to fill one of these out so we can get you on the email list and keep you informed of all of our events. Are we doing joys and concerns today? Okay. Well, you can still fill one out, and there's a card holder in the foyer if you would like to share that with our leadership. If you have need for hearing assistance, our AV Tech David can help you with that. Where'd he go? Children are always welcome in our service, but there is a staff nursery available downstairs if you would prefer. Please remember to silence your cell phones as we enter into our service. Thank you.
If you could join me lighting the chalice. The words are on the screen or in your order of service. Love is the spirit of this community, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in truth, and to help one another, thus do we covenant together.
Thank you, David. About once a year or so, I like to show him off. I know that he prefers to be back at the AV booth, but I like for him to come up occasionally. I am so looking forward to this service today. Welcome. Please listen to this reading by Margaret A. Keep. As surely as we belong to the universe, we belong together. We join here to transcend the isolated self, to reconnect, to know ourselves, to be at home, here on earth, under the stars, linked with each other. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Last year, personally, one of my favorite services was the coming out service, and I've been so looking forward to today too. I mean, I get to sit with one of my favorite people at the piano and hear their story, and Maddy's, and Ben's, and David lit the chalice, and Ollie's gonna sing a song, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to today. National Coming Out Day was Saturday, October 11th this year, and I know that it's traditionally for queer folks. And it mostly needs to be special like that because LGBTQIA plus people are having a rough go with the current administration and their supporters trying to do as much damage as they can, especially for our trans siblings. But whether or not you're queer, every single one of us has closets. Every single one of us that we have to come out of. We all have to tell someone something about ourselves that's scary at some point. Yes, queer people come out of our big gay closets, and pagans have to come out of the broom closet. And you like that? I didn't make that up, but I like that. Yeah. Many of us, actually most of us, did not grow up as Unitarian Universalists, so we had to come out to our families as liberal religionists or atheists or however we identify. And that's a huge closet for many of us. Another closet is when we realize that we're addicts and we put ourselves into a treatment center and or a 12-step program. These groups call themselves anonymous for a reason, because it's really hard to share that part of ourselves with anyone that doesn't understand. We come out that we're moving. We come out that we're leaving a job. We come out that we're getting married or not getting married. We come out when we're diagnosed with an illness. This is another closet that we have to open the door to and allow people to see us. When we're ending a relationship, maybe that brings with it a divorce. That's a hard closet door to open. All sorts of feelings rise up. We don't know if folks will want to take sides or be mad or support. And all of these things and many, many, many more are closets. Closets that we come out of or that we don't come out of. If it's so hard, why do we have to come out at all? Why don't we just keep all these things to ourselves? Why don't we just keep the secret? Well, a lot of people do, and it's dangerous. It is good for us to tell our story when we're safe. Living honestly means living authentically, and that is healthier, and it reduces stress. We are often role models when we come out, giving others strength and courage to do the same. There are so many reasons to tell our story. But maybe the biggest reason is to belong. We open the doors to our closets and let others see us because we want to belong. Everyone wants to belong to something bigger than ourselves. And you do belong. Our UUFF family accepts you right where you are. No matter what closet you're in or out of, you are important to this family. And you're so loved. So loved. Ginger, will you share your story with us?
Hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, Renee. That was amazing. And so important. My name is Ginger Doss. I am non-binary. My preferred pronouns are they, them. And I want to start my coming out story by talking about how I came out to myself. I realized after writing my story about my early days that my ultimate coming out story happened when I came out as non-binary. Even though it wasn't as dramatic and emotional as my first coming out story, but it was just a simple Facebook post. But it was a far more profound moment in my life. But it all ties together, and so I do want to tell you my first coming out story. It was a definite process in my young mind. I could see that I was not like other girls. And from a very young age, I noticed my attraction to women, which seemed absolutely natural to me. I didn't think much of it at all. It's just how I was. But I did understand that's not how other girls were. So I just kept it to myself, kept it inside. I didn't struggle with it because nothing felt wrong about it at all. That's just how I was. In games where we played house when I was a kid, I was always the father, the husband, and that felt amazing. I was always really happy to do that. Before my body changed, I would run around with my shirt off, and my brother told me, you won't be able to do that when your boobs come in. And I said, I know, but I didn't like the idea of the changes that were coming. The realization that my body was going to change was a very scary thought. But I set it aside and I went happily along my childhood way. And then it happened. I did everything I could to make my boobs smaller. While the other girls were stuffing their bras with tissue, I put safety pins in mine to make them smaller, tighter. I walked hunched over and wore big floppy shirts. I still do that, to hide them. As puberty set in, my attraction to women only became stronger. It was a stressful time for me. Most of my girlfriends were talking about boys, and I would just smile and change the subject. But, okay, so I lost my place. I had heard talk about gay people, but I wasn't gay. That was something strange and wrong. It was just me. I was just me. Not a gay person, not a lesbian. Everyone made fun of lesbians. They would accuse their friends of being lesbians in a joking way to make fun of them. That wasn't me. I was normal. But this paradox was starting to set in. I didn't want to be gay because gay was wrong, and people made fun of gay people. I wanted people to like me. I also wanted girls to like me. I remember praying that God would make me into a boy. When I started high school, gender identity was not a term that had come into being. Or if it has, I definitely wasn't familiar with it. It was then that I realized that I was indeed a lesbian. Although I was super uncomfortable with the term because I didn't feel like a girl. And even though I generally expressed as male, I definitely didn't relate or feel like I fit in with the boys either. But lesbian was the only term that I had that fit in the current situation. Still, it was a hard thing to come to terms with and would remain a challenge for the rest of my life until I finally understood I was non-binary. And as a result, the term lesbian could never have worked for me. And still, it was all I had to work with. I was lucky enough to go to a high school for performing arts. There I found community and acceptance in a small group of friends, and it was also there that I found my first girlfriend. Thanks. One day, after we had broken up for the umpteenth time, we skipped the last class and drove off to a place where we could talk. We cried and hugged and kissed a couple of times and eventually made up and got back together. Typical teenagers. What we didn't know is that we were being watched by a woman in the apartment on the street where we had parked. She called the police and told them that we were naked, having oral sex, and that there were kids gathered around the car watching. That was, of course, a lie, but she wanted to get the cops out to stop us from, I guess, making her uncomfortable. When the cops showed up, we were holding each other, fully dressed. We were doing nothing illegal. We had not done anything illegal. They proceeded to arrest us anyway for public nudity and indecent exposure. They cuffed us, they put us in the car, they laughed and mocked us during the entire ride to the police station, while we were both in tears. Which one is the girl and which one is the boy? They said. I was 16, my girlfriend was 15. We were put in juvenile detention. My parents were called. I'll never forget the look on my mother's face when she came in to pick me up. It was one of rage and absolute humiliation. I told her we weren't doing those things. They said we were doing. We were not doing those. That we had had a fight, that we were crying, we were holding each other. This was mostly true. I just left out the part that we were girlfriends and that we had kissed a couple of times, because then surely she would not have believed that I wasn't doing the other things. And of course I was terrified. I had just experienced traumatic abuse by law enforcement over something I had not done, and made to feel like a freak because of something so sacred and tender to me. I don't really remember what else my mom said, but the next day she told me that we should put it all behind us and just pretend like it never happened. I was fine with that, actually. I wanted my mom to put it all behind her, but I knew I would never be able to put it behind myself. My girlfriend's mom, on the other hand, forbid us to see each other. There were no cell phones at the time. We could not call or text each other to comfort each other. We saw each other at school, and that was it. We didn't have a chance to process what happened. Our relationship was over. My family and I never spoke about it again. We swept it under the rug. I was 25 years old before I came out to my family. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. The fear and anxiety I had before those first conversations with each of my family members was overwhelming. I have no doubt that a lot of that fear came from the trauma of what happened to me the day we were arrested. They heard what I said, and they knew it as truth, but they didn't really accept it. They didn't change the way that they treated me, which was generally loving. but it was difficult for them. And they each had their own way of dealing with it. My dad said, "You know I don't really care. But I have to support your mother on this. So I will take her side when she confronts me. I hope you understand." Which I did, sort of. My mom was pretty intense. Pretty intense to deal with. But I needed his support. I really did. My sister was very kind to me. She said she always thought she knew. But in the years that followed, she never came to see me. She admitted because it was uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable with my relationships. And to visit her, I had to go to her house instead. My mom said that she still loved me, but that God hates homosexuals, and that she had hopes that I would still wear her wedding dress someday. My brother had curiosity about it. He was the only one who went to a gay bar with me. He was shocked by how normal it was. He thought everybody would be making out all over the place. That girl I was arrested with was Sarah Hickman. We went to high school for performing arts in Houston together. Some of you may know her. She's an incredibly talented singer-songwriter. She has a wonderful husband and daughter that she adores. We had seen each other a couple of times in reunions over the years, and that was it. Still, neither one of us had processed what had happened until one day, many years after high school, she got in touch with me about a song a friend of hers had written based on the story of what happened to us in high school. She was going to record it, and she wanted me to sing harmony on it. She invited me to lunch, and for the first time in so long, we had a chance to process what happened. The song is called Juliet and Juliet. And if you are interested, there's a video on YouTube of us singing it live together. That time together processing set free a pain that was so very deep inside me. Singing that song with her showed me how desperately I needed some closure, some affirmation, some part of the world to know what happened to us, that these things happen to innocents. I am so very grateful for the opportunity to tell my story to you. I honestly never thought I would be asked to tell my story, especially by a church. But our stories need to be told now more than ever, as our humanity seems to be stripped away by so much misinformation. Inspired by this service, I'm going to encourage others to tell their story and to invite others to share theirs. The more we know about each other, the stronger our communities will be and the better equipped we will be to take right action for a better future.
Thank you, Ginger. My goodness. Ginger, thank you. I've been traveling with you and been one of your best friends for a really long time, and there were details in that story that I didn't know. Thank you. Made me cry. Okay, so let's cry some more. And with our opening hymn, this is by our friend Summer Osborne. It's called As I Am. Many of you know this. Ginger and I will sing the verses, and please join the chorus with us. Let's all start with the chorus. Yeah, let's stand up too. Thank you. That's a great idea. I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as have the verses on the screen, so if you know it, you can go ahead and sing along with the verses too. I propose a family that looks a lot like you and me, including all the people that we love. Then take a photograph of everybody as they laugh. Put it in the book entitled Us. I am here, I am whole, as I am. I am saved, I am loved, as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole, as I am. It may seem just like a song, it may seem just like a thought, but it soon will take hold and become a truth that's taught for generations and generations and generations. I am here, I am whole, as I am. I am safe, I am loved, as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole, as I am. Tag the end. I am here, I am whole, as I am. That line one more time and tell it to yourself. I am here, I am whole, as I am. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you. You may be seated. I love the gratitude moments. I love that when I get to do them. I could do an entire service on why I am so grateful to UUFF. Yes, it's my job. Yes, I've been serving churches since '91, and yes, it's my life's work. Everything in my life has happened to bring me to this moment as your minister, and I couldn't be more grateful. Part of why we do these gratitude moments, other than the fact that we get to hear folk stories and we know how wonderful it is to hear people's stories, is so that someone shares why they're grateful to UUFF and why they give generously of their time, talents, and treasure in hopes that we will all give generously. Well, there's two parts to my story. A few weeks ago, I was lucky enough to be invited to a gathering by one of our families to celebrate their child, their teen, who had come out of the closet and shared that they were queer. It was a lovely celebration. Rainbows everywhere. Other teens came, and lots of adults were there. And after the lovely lunch, we all got up one by one and told this young person how much we cared about them and how loved they are and how exciting it was that they've come out and how supported they are by this community. especially by their family, of course. And I was last. And I shared all that too. And I also got the opportunity to say how much this young one is loved by our congregation, how much their church home loves and supports them, just as they are. And then I couldn't help myself, because y'all know I'm so demure sometimes, you know. And I said, I so wish that every person that comes out had a party thrown for them. I so wish that were true. I would give anything for all folks, everybody, to feel supported and celebrated when they were vulnerable and shared deeply about themselves. And this is a fine example of why I give to UUFF. Because we're doing, ooh, Lord, we are doing such good things. Y'all, we are doing such good things. So yes, I could do an entire service on why I'm grateful to UUFF and why I give. I feel so lucky. I'm so lucky to have a vantage point where I see all of you working so hard for community, for each other, for our planet, and for social justice. And I'll just drop this information here. Save the date. I will be ordained and installed as your minister with all the pomp and circumstances and all the ministers coming from all the different places on April 12th, 2026. Y'all, thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I waited 2 years because I wanted to make sure. I am all in. I am all in as your minister, 100 million% all in. I love this fellowship, and I love each of you. So please fill out your pledge form and give generously of your time. That almost sounded like coercion. I didn't mean for it to. But truly, we create a lot when we come together and do this. We create a lot. Okay, that is my gratitude. Hey, Oliver. Hey, Oliver, you want to sing one of your original songs for us?
Okay, I'm gonna do my best because oh my god, okay. This is the first time that I've ever shared an original song of mine with anybody but my mother in an enclosed room. So this is really special for me. Icarus wept when he fell, not out of fear but out of joy. Wax dripping off him may have hurt like hell, but he came out a man, not a boy. Stars keep shining even after dying. Time won't let the little flame
to stay with men I could respect. Plants keep growing even after snowing. Flowers can persist through sudden death. Trees and insects sigh out a deep breath when the rain can bring the spring again. Is it really failure when you've learned what not to do? Heavens knows you need a day of rest. Freedom washes over you like moonlight before dawn, leaving you to ponder. If you're struggling, you're not failing. If you're hurting, you're not dying. Love the one you used to be and the one you have become. You can still succeed whether you're smiling or you're numb. Is it really failure when you've learned what not to do? Heavens knows you need a day of rest. Freedom washes over you like moonlight before dawn, leaving you to ponder, leaving you in wonder.
Ollie, that was like really pretty. I cried a little bit. My first coming out story doesn't have much to it. When I was 13, on the first day of 7th grade, I met a girl in my choir class. Later that night, I told my mom I had a crush on a girl. That was my first coming out experience. That was it. I didn't feel anxious or cry. It felt uncanny because I thought it was supposed to be more of a big deal than it was. It felt oddly normal. It wasn't until my second coming out that it started to get difficult. There's a lot of pressure in the media to not be that gay person, with a million sexuality labels and neopronouns, and while I see nothing wrong with any of that, I know a lot of people who say it's just too much or attention-seeking behavior. They're offended to have to be around anything they perceive as abnormal. So I was really scared that I would be perceived that way when I came out as gender fluid. I remember while I was figuring this out, I felt so abnormal, especially because the friend group that I had at the time was super intolerant and transphobic. My gender felt very confusing and very wrong. I couldn't be one of those people. It was hard to think about that. Maybe that meant that my friends, that meant so much to me, wouldn't like the real me. So I thought, I can handle with just being seen as a girl, and I just boxed that part of me away and didn't really come out to them. I only felt at ease with my gender after meeting my now best friend who identifies as agender. I came out to them at 2 a.m. while we were watching Heathers at a sleepover. I was terrified that I would get a reaction that my friend group would have had. Instead, that friend just said, okay, and then went on a 4-minute rant about why Heather McNamara was the best character in the movie, but not in the musical. The way my friend treated it was so usual. It made me feel normal with my own gender for the first time. Despite that initial ick I felt after coming out with my gender, I honestly think the queer community of my generation has come very far when it comes to being out. I mean, I can be openly out in my school without too much grief. I mean, sure, the occasional slur in the hallway, or the girl that puts Bibles in my bags and then talks crap about me behind my back. Or the teacher that made a point to call trans people gender confused while making eye contact with me. I'm not too upset about it, though. Honestly, I find it kind of entertaining a little bit. While I experience my fair share of microaggressions, my own pushback in the school is to treat it like normal. I know a lot of people in my school who have told me that being as open with my sexuality and gender as I am helped them feel more comfortable with expressing their own. How treating it like normal had helped them approach and accept their own identities as normal. And I'm lucky enough to have a very supportive group of friends in my life that make me feel like I can identify however I want and not be judged, and parents that didn't react when I came out and showed me how to think about my identity as just a part of me, and treated my first coming out as if I was expressing any other crush, how it should be treated, normal. This fellowship is a community of ourselves. Its energy and resources are our energy and resources. Its wealth is what we share. As we contribute to the life of the community, we affirm the life it brings to us. Let there be an offering to sustain and strengthen this, our fellowship. Ushers.
So I wrote this song using some personal story and some news stories, and I hope you enjoy it. This is called Mask. Do what? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Maggie was a tomboy. She redefined a girl and made her mama crazy. She tried to mold her to her world. And and all the world around her was strange to the world within. She tried to fit in, it felt like a sin. Confusion began to divide her. No, the tough girl would learn how to dress and sit still. No, the one girl would learn to live two different lives of love, of fear. Michael liked good music and had a way with a needle and thread. He wanted to meet a man who could dance, so he went to the World Wide Web. A lonely man looking for a friend becomes a target for them, and he meets his end instead. No, the newsman so callously read the report, spent his last birthday surrounded by family and friends on life support. They say that we all are made equal, a gift from our Maker above. It's hard to believe after all we've achieved, there are laws that forbid us to love. And all life is sacred, blessed and meant to be divinely created. Through us divinity speaks. There's no thought process to love unconditionally. So listen to your heart, not to the hate. Come on and listen to your heart, not to the hate. I said listen to your heart, not to the hate.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Hello again. When I was asked to share my coming out story, it gave me some pause initially. See, I don't have any one coming out story. It's more of a collection of memories that give context to the greater story of my life. And I think that's more of a common sentiment you'll hear around the LGBTQIA plus folk. For instance, I'm just going to try my best here. For instance, in grade school, I had it in my head that I was supposed to marry my best friend. And well, my best friend at the time was someone who was presenting the same gender as I was. And that was really confusing to me. Like, when I hit puberty, was I just supposed to have all opposite gender best friends? Don't they have cooties? I ended up asking my mother if girls could marry girls, and looking back, I'm kind of surprised she didn't take that as my coming out. This was also in the early 2000s, so she brought up the fact that some state legislatures were beginning to actually recognize same-sex couples and mentioned Hawaii, California, and Vermont. I remember resolving then to have a destination wedding. In high school, I got all wrapped up in the idea of identity. I wanted to find a label and a box that would fit me just right. Felt a bit like Goldilocks, to be honest. This gender was too big, that sexuality was too small. Some of the adults around me received my questioning nature warmly, and others were very, very cold. And if I ever got comfortable enough to let my guard down, what would happen to me? Would I be chased out of the house? Cooked into the porridge? Possibly even adopted into a nice bear family? I've heard enough different endings to the Goldilocks story that I've kind of lost track of the moral there. Maybe just don't break into people's houses. So I stuck my toe out of the closet and then brought it back in until college, which was a game changer. Being responsible for my own living quarters allowed me the freedom to express myself without having to worry about reactions from my family. I discovered I was asexual from the relief I felt from not being asked if there was any boys I was interested in. I discovered more identities under the asexual umbrella when I fell for a girl who wouldn't love me back. I tried on the label of lesbian and buzzed my hair and dyed it. And then, that's presentation. And then I realized that I was transgender from the euphoria I felt when people guessed me into the male side of the gender binary. The hard part was picking a masculine name to go by, and once I settled on Benjamin, I made it official with a Facebook post. That was just explaining that I'm the same person you still know and love. But I could count that as my coming out story, but that's very one and done. And it's also wildly incomplete. I'm not entirely positive that there is such a thing as a complete coming out story. It feels like every single day we're deciding what presentation is closest to our lived experience and authentic self. And that's the thing. We don't just come out once and then we're done. We're living, learning, changing, and growing human beings. Every day is its own addition to the bigger picture of gender, sexuality, identity, and community. The challenge isn't to find the perfect label that will fit forever, nor is the challenge to find a way to come out to everyone all at once so you can just stop worrying about what would happen when they all find out and you can just rip off the Band-Aid. By the way, please stay safe. Don't come out if it's not safe to. It's okay to wait. I didn't come out until I was 22. Here's the kicker. Coming out of the closet isn't about forcing yourself out of the physical and metaphorical spaces you've built so you can safely explore your identity and expression, but rather to build new safe spaces. I have a joke here about Narnia. But it doesn't necessarily have to be in the closet. It can be outside of the closet, but the idea is that you gotta let your loved ones in. Before I stepped down, I realized I haven't actually done my coming out spiel. So here it is, the most up-to-date one, because it's today. My name is Benjamin. I go by Jam and Ben, and I like to use those nicknames interchangeably in lieu of pronouns. I'm non-binary, gender fluid, transgender, demi-masculine person. I consider myself simultaneously bisexual and asexual, although the term biromantic demi-gray asexual is probably a better fit, considering the semantics. Thank you for letting me share this part of myself with you today. Okay, I'll see you at the announcements.
Well, let's sing Lean on Me. Let's all stand. Whew, my Lanta, I love this service. Okay, And I know it's almost noon, so let's just hit it. Here we go. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long that I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, no one can fill those other needs that you won't live. So lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share the load if you just call me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll be there. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, someone, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you don't understand. We all need somebody to lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Oh my gosh, we can't stop there. Last chorus, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll be there. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Oh, very good. Excellent. You may be seated.
All right, can you join me in extinguishing the chalice? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Our Uncle Jory Costello has graciously resigned as our accompanist for the services. We are amazingly grateful to her and for all of her hard work in our congregation. Over the years, we wish Jory the best of luck with all of her growing and responsibilities outside of the church, musical and otherwise. Thank you so much, Jory.
Thank you, Ben. So, what did you think about this service today? I know that sometimes we move around during the sending music, but please keep your seats and listen to our last piece today. And you're welcome to sing along at the end. We'll teach you at the end. I'm going to scrap the closing words that I have and just tell you how loved you are. and tell you that you belong. That you belong. That you belong. I hope you have a wonderful week, beloveds, and I can't wait to be with you again. And I love you. Okay. Final song.
Much easier to sing.
We begin with love, and we grow with love. We truly live when we give love. We can choose to love, speak words of love, become a force for good love in this world. Let's fly together like birds of feather, and rise together. If one by one we lift each other. One love forever. We are love. We are love. And with love, all things are possible. You never pray alone. You never teach alone. You never give what you